what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
The Constitution was written by whites for the benefit of whites. It was never written for the benefit of blacks. And when you read the Constitution, I think in Article 1, Section 2, or Section 1, Article 1, some one of the two, and it's in the Constitution. It says that it classifies black people as 3/5 of a man.
But that's what segregation is, right? When did that end? If you see it on the screen. 1964. Slavery ended in 1865. Y'all signed that Independence Day shit with a nice speech in 1870, and we wasn't able to drink from water fountains with y'all motherfuckers till 1964. And on top of that, we still drink from water fountains back then, you still getting your ass whipped.
What to a slave is the 4th of July?
Douglass himself had escaped from slavery and had become a renowned speaker, writer, and abolitionist. In his speech, Douglass acknowledged the significance of the 4th of July celebration.
Only to go to Oklahoma and set up fucking Black Wall Street and have it bombed and them killed and murdered when they realized, oh shit, if you leave these niggas to their own demise, these niggas.
But we gotta get into this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Build better communities and stronger communities than us.
Yes, sir! Welcome back to a special episode of H.F.C. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy Independence Day. Now, real talk, because now we're going to get into some of the real shit about 4th of July, like we all do it for all of our holidays. The dark history of Thanksgiving, the dark history of Christmas, all these holidays is bullshit. So we're going to just basically do what we do and expose the bullshit and enlighten people. But real talk, still have a fun day with your family, because that's all these holidays are still family. I love Christmas and all that shit. Not because it's family holidays, Thanksgiving. Enjoy time with your family, barbecue, grill, talk shit, get twisted safely. Now I mean, of course, if you drink it, don't drive. Now I mean, but yeah, like have fun with your family. But we could go into some dark shit before you go on to. But a happy 4th of July for what it's worth on the surface.
No,
but,
yeah, because the same as though, you know what I mean, not for nothing. Like, because frequency is energy, so you got to be like an alchemist. You got to transmutate.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you take the word nigga, you know what I mean. People like, I don't want to use the word nigga, and I know what I mean. I try my best not to use it. I try my best not to use the word nigga at all, but I still use it. But being the fact that I still use it, I also understand that, you know what I mean? So it's the frequency of the vibration of the holiday, you know what I mean? I take all these holidays as a good time to get with your family and celebrate and enjoy being together with your family.
We can get to it. Be knowledgeable, because we just try to let you enlighten you.
Yeah, don't be so pious where you become so...
I'm not celebrating. I'm not doing that in your house.
Yeah, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
You can plug in and out the matrix. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of that shit. You can plug in the matrix and be with your family. That's not plugging in the matrix.
And you can make it mean
you can make it mean what you want it to mean. It don't mean what they was created.
What they created.
Bitch, you have to get into right now, which is the perfect segue. Like, share, and subscribe to HFC. Like, share, and subscribe to ETW TV. Follow me on SoundCloud, West Hunt OG. Follow me on Instagram, Wolf Hunt 718. Now we're gonna get into this, and this is happy 4th of July episode. But what it really means to us. When I say us, I mean blacks especially, and also minorities in general. What 4th of July means to us. We're gonna get into the first clip and the declaration. I just want to pick this first video up. The beautiful, amazing words, the Declaration of Independence, saying these all coming to a motherfucking point. So just bear with me. This Declaration of Independence, this was what was written after it was signed in 1870. Yes. Beautiful speech you said. This is
and it wasn't signed on July 4th neither.
No, it wasn't. No, this is it. So let's get into it. Chosen one shine bright, please. And if you're gonna pop a pill, pop the red one.
The unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That was the first clip, and y'all heard that. We know that's a famous, we all went to school, we know that speech. We know that speech. We're gonna go in and out these clips. We're gonna get into the shit quick fast. It's 4th of July, man, we got shit to do. Me and our niggas, we're gonna celebrate this motherfucker, we got shit to do, so let's get into the shit. So the next clip is gonna be by, this is Frederick Douglass. What to a slave is the 4th of July, famous speech.
One Johnson descendant.
You know what I mean? So it's like, we're gonna get into like what people, because this is people around the time where they're still fresh out. I'm getting deeper and deeper and further, but Independence Day don't mean the same thing to like, never did. Meant the same thing to like, what it probably means to certain white people or certain like
especially at that time.
Even this time, like if you go to the, what you call it, like the holiday means shit. Because if you want to be, we still going to, I just watch Mason's episode part 1, episode 67. It's still going on now. It's still going on now. So all we do, yeah, I'm talking about, but still, white people still to this day. I'm not going against y'all because I want white brothers, I got white family members, so you can't create no division. Can't go on H.F.C. But keep it real, y'all are more American to the flag,
more patriotic,
way more to the than what you call it, and it's for whatever reason. So,
because the Constitution and laws benefited.
We're gonna get into all that. I'm glad you said about the Constitution, but let's get into it.
On this day in Southern labor history, on July 5th, 1852, Frederick Douglass gave a keynote speech at an Independence Day rally in Rochester, New York, asking the question,
what to a slave is the 4th of July?
Douglass himself had escaped from slavery and had become a renowned speaker, writer, and abolitionist. In his speech, Douglass acknowledged the significance of the 4th of July celebration, recognizing the achievements made by American people during the Revolutionary War. However, Douglass questioned the hypocrisy of celebrating freedom and independence while millions of African Americans were still in chains. Douglass was confrontational in his delivery.
Keep your holiday, your hunger, the blood in your teeth, a theater of denial, a propaganda pageant, and we are all on the front lines. All summer my uncle couldn't sleep, and he was born free, but has never been.
Douglass later asks,
what to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim.
Abolitionists have hailed Douglass for his courage and eloquence. Pro-slavery factions criticized and dismissed his argument for the dignity and welfare of his people. But Douglass's speech remains a powerful testament to the struggle for freedom and the ongoing fight for equality.
Yeah, that was Frederick Douglass, What a Slave is the 4th of July speech. And it's all correlated. Like we were just talking about off camera, well, you probably couldn't hear us because it was muted. But yes, 4th of July was, the holiday in general was created off when they got their freedom from the British. But the Independence Day, that speech right there, the time, the Declaration of Independence and 4th of July.
What was made in the speech after?
Yeah, it's all correlated. And then in the speech they have the nerve to say all men. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. The third video, and these videos is real quick. That's why it's 3 short back to back, but it's impactful. The third video is that a video I might have shown before, but it correlates right now. And it's when Malcolm X was having that speech, he was talking about the U.S. Constitution. Also look at the white man's motherfucking grin on his face. But like, yeah, this is what the U.S. Constitution. I mean,
yeah, black man's real
talk, and they didn't change it.
No, it's still there.
They didn't change it. They didn't say we ready for 2024.
It's been amended,
but they didn't change it.
But still in the Constitution.
So let's get it cracking.
It's just been all these laws have been amended.
This is what Malcolm X said about the U.S. Constitution.
American laws are not the black man's laws.
Well, the laws here in America were made by white people for the benefit of white people. The Constitution was written by whites for the benefit of whites. It was never written for the benefit of blacks. And when you read the Constitution, I think in Article 1, Section 2, or Section 1, Article 1, one of the two, and it's in the Constitution, it says that it classifies black people as 3/5 of a man. 3/5 of a man, subhuman, less than a human being. It relegates us to the level of cattle, hogs, chickens, cows, a commodity that could be bought and sold at the will of the master. No. It was written by whites for the benefit of whites and to the detriment of blacks. And when a black man stands up talking about his constitutional rights, he's out of his mind.
Yo, and now it's Malcolm X. What he said about the U.S. Constitution. We're going to get right into the shit. We got more fucking information coming to you. Happy 4th of July. Like, share, and subscribe if you're getting any value out of this content. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We had 1,040. Remember, we had nothing. Thanks to all of them subscribers. Thanks to everybody fucking rocking with us. I don't give a fuck about the 2 seconds of the video. You like it, you subscribe, and you vibe with us, and you get in the premium notifications.
Well, I didn't know you was already rocking us. What I didn't know was already.
We all vibrating on the same frequency.
Yeah, that's why we here together.
So
we in class together.
I don't want to go past and say that because I don't need to get to a million views and 500,000 fucking subscribers to acknowledge y'all. I've been acknowledging y'all. We've been acknowledging y'all from 5, 6 subscribers. Like we love y'all. We do it. We ain't getting no better off this. We doing it to make a message.
This the vibe, and this is what we're doing on a regular day basis. Besides make music and art, you know what I'm saying? Sports. This is us.
Man, let's get into we're gonna get into the thick of things. We're gonna talk about it. I got some other shit to show you, some information with the open eyes. Y'all can see the contradiction in this bullshit. But let's get in. Let's start with this quick fast. Let's start with the facts quick fast. Then we're gonna get into our little synopsis and all this shit. I typed in on your simple Google search, what year did slavery end? 1865. We all learned this by saying it. Passed by Congress on January 31st, 1865, and ratified on December 6th, 1865. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. 1865. I'm just going by dates, right? What year did the 4th of July become a holiday?
1776.
No, 1870. By the 1870, the 4th of July was the most important secular holiday on the calendar. Congress passed a law making Independence Day a federal holiday on June 28th, 1870, right? So slavery ended officially. Because, it's still fucking people, they slaves and people getting abused and shit like that. But slavery officially ended on paper, 1865. The first 4th of July was officially on 1870. All right, let's go. That's 5 years after, right? Now we're gonna go to what year did segregation end? For the people that don't know segregation, who don't, segregation means black people, mostly black people, but no minorities could be around white people. You can't drink from their fountains, you can't sit on the bus with them, you can't walk through the same entrances, you can't be in the same movie theater, you can't be in the same section. That means no connection. Martin Luther King, if you know what Martin Luther King is, he was fighting to break that. Malcolm X saying, fuck that, you keep it. So it's like, but that's what segregation is, right? When did that end? If you see it on the screen. 1964. Slavery ended in 1865. Y'all signed that Independence Day shit with a nice speech in 1870, and we wasn't able to drink from water fountains with y'all motherfuckers to 1964. And on top of that, we still drink from water fountains back then, you still getting your ass whooped. Even after they passed it, people still wasn't fucking with you, especially in the South.
No, mainly 100% in the South.
They still get hanged for doing that shit. Even if the law was passed.
Even though New York City and New York had, most people don't know this, the New York City had the second amount of slaves, highest in the country.
Well, listen, that's funny. I didn't know that.
You ain't know that, right?
Nah, I did it. Listen, signed into law on July 2nd. That's funny. Right, 2 days before July 4th. 1964, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed segregation in businesses such as theaters. I just mentioned theaters. I read the shit. Theaters, restaurants, and hotels. It banned discriminatory practices in employment and ended segregation in public places such as swimming pools. Look all the places we couldn't fuck with y'all at. But we created equal. I know y'all was talking about us, but stop joking, nigga. You should say whites. This ain't whites. Don't stop trying to here's the okie doke. Swimming pools, or not us, but whoever was gonna fall for it. Such as swimming pools, libraries, and public schools. You couldn't go to the same schools. You heard about the Brown versus Board of Education shit. We go to the swimming pools, we couldn't do nothing. 1964, that was recent. That's not that long ago, bro. Like 1964, my mom's about to run around chilling.
Because that's
not even long ago, bro. Like 1870 and shit, that's pretty long ago. 1865, that's not that long, but it's kind of long. 1964, come on, bro. Like, that's not that long. Tina Turner and these niggas is not about to come out just now.
Well, they've been out. Tina been out.
Since 60, right? Come on, man. That's not that fucking long.
It was Ike and Tina.
Yeah, you're right.
They've been out.
You're right. Come on, man. That's not long at all, bro. Etta James and these motherfuckers running around.
Etta James is the 50s.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember now, this is with Chuck Berry.
It's all recent shit.
Remember Chuck Berry started breaking racial lines with his music with the whites and the blacks come together to party. But he got caught with the white girls, but he started breaking racial lines with his music because whites and the blacks started to come party together. But yeah,
we're gonna read the last ones. But this is contradictory right here. All these fucking dates is contradictory. That's what I said. The 4th of July, like most holidays, is just contradictory. Because like you said on camera, it's real talk. And I definitely agree that they know they wasn't wearing that shit for us. And half of the shit they did,
that's why they put in there. We was 3/5 of a compromise.
Yeah, but that's what they do.
We ain't even all man. You're not a man.
But listen,
we're not a man to them, so they wasn't talking to
I tell you then, how was blacks treated in 1870, 4th of July? What happened to African Americans in 1870? With oppressive conditions in South in the South, African Americans began relocating to the West. Starting in the 1870s, at least 40,000 African Americans became exodusters. I never heard that word before. The exodusters moving to Kansas and surrounding states in search of better life that was free from domestic terrorism.
Only to go to Oklahoma and set up fucking Black Wall Street and have it bombed and them killed and murdered when they realized, oh shit, if you leave these niggas to their own demise, these niggas.
But we're gonna get into this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Build better communities and stronger communities than us.
Hold up, let's get to shit because we could agree. So we can start off. Was we or are we ever, not talking about individually, not that deep, talking about as on the surface, was we or are we ever actually independent, free from tyranny, free from oppression? I'm talking about, you can include now, I'm talking about Happy 4th of July 2024, I'm talking about now.
I would say this right now, as my word to everybody that's watching this, 1040 or 1, I don't give a fuck. I don't think human beings, blacks, nor whites, has ever been free from tyranny on this planet since the day we started to, since the day we became Homo fucking sapiens, to be honest with you. And if you go to now, hell no, we are under tyranny. If you go to the 60s, hell yeah, 70s, hell yeah, 80s, hell yeah, because I can pull out every situation. You could pull out every situation because I would tell a nigga every day, I wasn't born in, I didn't come from the 8 Mile Detroit. You see what motherfuckers gotta live like out there? Then you look at what happened, then you look at the crack epidemic and what they did to motherfuckers in the 80s. Then you look at what they was doing to motherfuckers in the 60s. Yeah, nigga, it's been tyranny since day one against human beings. So you gotta ask yourself this. Who is it human beings waging this tyranny? Because it's been like this, to be honest with you, since we've been Homo sapiens. Just read. Just fucking read.
Surface-wise, hell's no. I mean, it's not even fucking close. The freedom they give us now, go back to the motherfucking episodes of mental slavery versus traditional slavery, which is one of my favorite episodes. We cooked on that one. I was watching it the other day. Like, it's one of my favorite episodes. But like, this shit we in right now, this little mental slavery, see how we moving about and recording this podcast, and I just came from work and I can do this, and we think we're free. And they still fucking us. We even worse off than before. My shorty's watching the Zeus Network. I'm watching all these fucking ratchet shows. Zeus Network, by the way. And Zeus is another form of, I think, Satan or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. So holy shit, it's another, and I think Zeus is supposed to be one of these motherfucking Anunnaki niggas. I don't want to question.
Zeus is in Will.
Yeah, that's it.
Just changed the name.
But they call it the Zeus Network, and all this shit is, it's not, it's a whole channel full of nothing but ratchets and ignorance. Look at it if you don't mind. There's not one regular show. And it's doing amazing. Bro, you think we're free? They are brainwashing and pitting niggas, because you know, because a lot of people on them shows, I'm not pitting this on them, it's just the way shit works. They're gonna suffer with depression, suffer a whole bunch of shit in the future for what they did right now. They know what the fuck they doing. So have you ever been free and actually independent and actually considered like them? When I say them, I don't only also mean I'm the only the surface white people, because that's obvious. But I'm talking about treated like the people that's running it. Hell no. The way they treat themselves, they don't treat themselves like they treat us. Look at us like ants.
None of us.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
From the irony of all of it is this: is like, because you know what I'm saying. When you even take you take Independence Day, you take the 4th of July, you take it all as a whole, right? You see, like the discussion that we was having off camera, right? If you know what I'm saying, if I was fucking to believe in anything, if anybody's was being duped or being tricked or being fooled, it was their own people. They were trying to trick, dupe, and fool. Because I will always say this: as much as black people is oppressed in this country, right? We are still the minorities in this country, right? And there's still only a small percentage in this country that owns and controls the majority of the wealth. And so then the majority of the people in this country who are white are being oppressed and are being tyrannized just like we are. They may be stepping on back some more. For what reason, I haven't gotten to that conclusion yet. But I know for a motherfucking fact that we are the minorities. You know what I'm saying? We live in the major cities. You know what I'm saying? We live in fucking New York, one of the richest cities in the motherfucking world. I ain't from the Midwest, where people are going through starvation and niggas is laying in trailer homes and all kinds of shit. So I'm not ignorant to not understand that when you wrote this, you wrote that to trick them, to fool them, to make them feel that they better than us.
Gotta stop.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I take it all out of my heart. I don't give a fuck about that shit. So I don't care. Stop. Yo, that's how we flip this war on his head. I'm not saying war, I don't mean physical war. I'm talking about war within ourselves.
Within ourselves, yes.
This is how you flip this shit on the head, because there's a war. You're gonna twist it. So this is how you flip this shit on your head. Stop loving your motherfucking heart, and stop looking at surface shit. And it sounds cliche and corny and fake and whack, but stop looking at the makeup of a man. Look at the actions. That shit is real.
And
I think all the pics of that shit. Yeah, but that's just real. Like,
and the inner of a man.
That's just grand prophetic. Because real talk, we all know. I don't give a fuck. Let's say, okay, for our black fans, white fans, Middle Eastern fans, Spanish fans, Asian fans, bullshit, and we obviously we're black. I guarantee you, everybody's race, you know a person that's people
I'm
that,
Martian.
Whatever. Like I said, I know, and anybody motherfucking race or whatever you claim, I guarantee you know that people that's within your race that looks like you, that's a piece of shit. Guaranteed. How much Asian like? This nigga's a motherfucking asshole. What respect? This motherfucking nigga's that you try to say you just love all. Get the fuck out of here. So it's not about the fucking. It's about this.
Because what you said is very real. Because when you look at crime, right? Black is black on black crime. In your community is gonna be white on white crime.
It's true.
In the Asian community is gonna be Asian on Asian crime.
And in Spanish countries it's
gonna be Spanish on Spanish crime.
And Indian countries it's Indian
right.
crime. Like
so the whole manipulation that blacks are committing all the crimes, or that scenario, or that narrative, or the narrative that or any being on this planet is fucked up when the being itself is what the fucked up, not the color of the skin of the individual. It's just that person itself. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger and greater than just the color of our skin. The color of our skin means something.
Definitely.
I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm still on my research and building. But at the end of the day, I understand one thing. That what's on the inside
you can't
really
love who
that's what I said.
but
why
not
just love and hate
somebody. Why for in order for you to love yourself fully, you gotta hate people.
Right.
Why you can't love yourself and still love everybody? What the fuck? I understand. I do it effortlessly. And the thing about it is, that's how I know I've been here before. Because that's one thing I never, ever was like, even, I watch Roots, and I'm like, I fucking white people be on some next shit. People real with you. What kind of shit is this? But I always think about, I don't know her, but I know she's still alive. Shout out to teachers like Miss Yellow and Miss Clark. Some of my favorite, sweet, and they was white. So I'm thinking like, as a kid, man, that's the only thing you got to compare. I'm like, but damn, do they think like this when they go home, or they just hate? But I could just tell they're just generally nice. Everybody loved them for years. It was just like, so it's like, oh, is every black person, and would they agree with their parents? Like, yeah, I'm glad you beat them. Because you had people, and I know still like probably like 7-8 years ago, probably like a little more than like 9 years ago, that you had fucking white people in the civil rights movement going and fucking fighting with us. That was that had to fight their way in because they was like, fuck y'all, we don't try to be done, but I had to show that they was. So it's like, you doing that, and I didn't know the fucking Spanish people had like their own little Black Panthers type shit, talk about what was cool. And they had blacks involved, the white. So like, that's what they don't want. That's what
people was involved with the Black Panthers, and then when they had their
that's what they don't want, bro.
But then when you even went to Chicago and you took Fred Hampton had a conglomerate of different people. Fred Hampton didn't just cater to the black. Fred Hampton catered to black impoverished people, white impoverished people, the indigenous people.
White impoverished, that's crazy. That's why they want to mind. I didn't know that either.
Indigenous people of that area.
At that time, white people
and indigenous people of that area. So, because if you actually go watch any Fred Hampton speech, you will see in the audience a different conglomerate of people. Guaranteed, some of those white people you see in India are federal agents and so on and so forth. But you know what I'm saying? Fred Hampton was intelligent enough to understand that it's bigger than just color. My black skin is being oppressed for a reason, but it's bigger than just color. They're oppressing all of us. They got all of us in the state of impoverishment.
And how about this,
and they create separatism to just go back to what we on.
But
it's in the 4th of July and Independence Day and the Constitution and these things. It was used as a tool to divide and conquer. All men are created equal, but yet still a black man's 3/5 of a compromise. So if you are not intelligent enough, because this is the other thing, these things only affect the ignorant.
The war will be won with love. That's what the L is for. In the Planet Apes, the biggest jewel in that shit was, that's why in the other episodes I used to edit in, one stick, weak. Bundle of sticks, strong. One stick, snap, they going through us, snapping us, because we are all individuals.
They apply divide and conquer.
That's why they apply divide and conquer, which I brought up this whole reason. That's the whole reason. Because the minute we get together, they can try to break us up. Done.
So if you can't control the numbers through all the murder and the atrocities and the drugs and the poisons and everything, well, I bet you one thing that will always completely work is make them hate each other.
The way they do it is like this, and I'm saying 5 loosely. Say this is like all your choices, but in actuality, all these choices is cycling to one funnel. But when you walk into the moon, like, damn, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here. But in actuality, when you go to all of them, you can end up in the same funnel. That's what it is. It's the same funnel attached to all of those.
In that aspect.
So wherever you're going, you're gonna go end up in the funnel. You go here, you end up in that funnel. You go here, you're gonna end up in that funnel. But on the surface, you don't see that funnel here. The funnel somewhere you can't see. On the surface, look like you got mad choices, but you do got mad choices.
No, you got one choice, the right choice.
But let's say, of course, I'm saying right. Yeah, exactly.
It's the right choice. You see, you hit it on the head. Now, I was about to jump in, but then I listened. Yeah, they funnel you 5 fucking choices of fucking illusion, based in what? Materialism. You like her? You like the car? Ooh, you want this money, West? I'm gonna give you the big record deal, 30 million.
Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? This might not be popular because it could be what you call it. They funnel. It could be materialism. It could be Black Lives Matter. It could be, they give you a cause. They'll give you a cause, but they're gonna control that cause. But let's wrap it up because it's running over time. But you gotta make moves. Happy 4th of July once again. Like, share, and subscribe. You're getting value out the content. This was a good episode. He came to me with the idea, and this. It's perfect. I mean, it's perfect because it's 4th of July. But like I said, have fun with your family. Don't be a cornball.
Nah, don't be so pious.
You'll be a fucking cornball. It's have fun with your family.
Make these holidays mean something.
How about that? That's how you spit in their face. Nigga, we our family, I don't give a fuck what it meant. Now everybody's loving and that's vibrating out.
You know what I'm saying? Celebrate 4th of July because it represents independence. So celebrate your independence and your freedom from your lower self. You know what I'm saying? Make this shit mean something different than what they intended.
What's your last word? Yes.
The all is in the mind and the universe is mental.
My last word is, like I want to say what I'm saying. First of all, happy 4th of July. And also, keep me under grace, never under law. Our negative thoughts is weak, and our positive thoughts is motherfucking strong. And you know what that L stands for? Life. You know what that stands for? Love. You know what that stands for? Loyalty. You know what that stands for? Liking. And if you're gonna pop fucking pills, I beg of you.
Pop the red one. And also like and subscribe to love. Whoa.
One mind equals one love. One mind is how you see God. Take the red pill.